Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Game Changers brought to you by leading online gaming firm SportPesa. My name is Ochieng Steven, and in today's segment we are going to be talking to one Tuzo Jonathan Munene, who's attempting to run 26 marathons as he celebrates his 26th birthday in 2026.
Yeah.
Tuzo!
Yeah.
Vipi bro?
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, keeping... The last time nilikuona was, I don't know, 2019.
2019 mazee, I
Bro,
think before COVID.
Na uko unakaa hivi.
Na sikuwa nakaa hivi man, nilikuwa probably 20 kgs more. I think nilikuwa na hit already around 90.
Walai?
Nilikuwa na hit karibu 90 kgs.
And then ulikuwa na afro.
Nilikuwa na afro by the way. Sasa siku hizi by the way napendanga nywele ndogo. Then hata actually hiyo time sikuwa nataka. Nilikuwa nakimbia kidogo but sasa I guess nimechukua bit more consistent.
26 marathons umesema?
26.
Bro, see that's madness.
26 marathons, it's possible. Ni vile tu, I guess yeah, ina sound ni crazy but it's possible. It's possible.
Elite athletes wanakimbia hata how many 4 marathons.
Hata 4 ni mingi. Wanafanyanga like once na like ukiangalia kama hata Kipchoge I think this year amefanya only 2. Amefanya London na gani
Sydney.
again? Sorry, amefanya London na New York.
Yeah. Sydney pia.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney alifanya last year. Sydney alifanya last year I think.
No, this year.
This year.
So tuko this year.
Okay, but unaona tu ina range around 2 to 3. 3 to 2 na hao wanafanya, I guess unaona plus hao wanafanya intense training na wanataka kwenda so fast. Mimi siendi hiyo pace.
When's your birthday?
My birthday is 3rd of January.
3rd of January.
Yeah, so I turned 26 and the marathon is 26 miles. If you convert kilometers to miles, that's 26 miles. So why not just round it off and run 26.2 miles, which is a marathon, 26 times.
So just because you're Kenyan, you just wake up feeling like, you know what, I'm turning 26, so I'm Kenyan. I can run 26 marathons in 1 year. That's an average of 1 marathon every 2 weeks.
So yes, it's an average
that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's an average of 1 marathon every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that comes to each month doing 2 in a month, but there are 2 months that I'll probably do 3.
Yeah.
So like January and somewhere else, I'll probably do 3 marathons in 1 month.
Bro, do you know on average, elite athletes run only, let's say, maximum of 3 marathons in 1 year?
In 1 year.
But Tuzo, you're trying to run 26 marathons.
That's the luxury I guess I have compared to elite athletes, because I guess elite athletes are running too fast, or they're running quite fast.
Yeah.
And I'm not running that fast. So that's why I can be able to run 26.
Yeah.
Or attempt to run 26, because I won't be running them that fast. So when they're running 2 or 3 marathons, they're running them very fast. They're attempting to win each and every marathon that they're running, or trying to do a personal record in all of them. That's not what I'll be doing. So yeah, if you do the calculation, 26 marathons in 1 year is probably around 1,100 kilometers in a year.
Yeah.
This year I'm just about to hit 3,000.
Yeah.
So that's like a third of what I've done this year.
Whoa. Just to get into it, I understand you're turning 26. You said that's why you're doing 26 marathons, but you're doing it for a cause.
Yes. So over the few years that I've started running, like when I started running in 2019, yes, I got to running and enjoyed running and everything.
Yeah.
But I also got to learn of how you can be able even just to use running to make a change and use running for a good cause.
Yeah.
And over the years, I've run for a few good causes. There's a time I ran for my university in helping, in getting scholarships for people who need scholarships. I've run fundraisers for churches. I've run fundraisers for for secondary schools and stuff like that. So this year, I want to now do it for a specific cause, and it's for a fund for Joe Dada. They are a home for teen mothers who maybe have been chased away from home and don't have a place to stay. So they take them, they are able to give them a place to stay. They'll take care of them during the whole pregnancy period. They'll even assist them even once the child is born and everything like that. Even if it's looking for a school for them, taking them back to school and everything.
Yeah.
So they're doing quite a lot of good work. and it's called Njodada. So currently they are looking for a place where they can be able to call their home and their own home. So they're about to leave their current rental area, and they're looking to get their own home. And their goal is to raise funds for that, and that's why I want to jump in also and just help them for that. Their goal is to hit 14 million, which is which I think is something that they definitely can achieve, and I also want to help them in part of that journey. So anyone who wants to support this these marathons, anyone who wants to support this cause and everything, you can channel your funds and everything to Njodada, and I'll share with you the link and how you can be able to do that.
All right. Yeah, and I understand because sometimes parents and being in an African setting, sometimes early pregnancies are not taken in the right way by parents. How did you come to hear about this initiative?
So interestingly, my mom is on the board of the Njodada, and she's been working with Njodada for some time. Her very close friend Luna is the one who takes charge of the home and everything. So I've gotten to know about them for a few years. I've learned about them for, I learned about them like 4 or 5 years ago and everything. And that's why I was like, okay, this is something I feel like I want to be able to be a part of. And running is good and everything, but running is even much better when it's for a good cause. There's running for it as a sport and everything, and getting all the PRs and getting for the medals and everything. But if you can do a change with running, or even just whatever, it doesn't have to be running. But if you can do anything in life and make someone's life better, make a change, make a cause or something like that, that's amazing.
Running for a purpose.
Exactly.
Right? So Tuzo, now you're going to do 26 marathons,
which
still is mind-boggling when you ask me. But how did this running start? Interestingly, I was part of this journey when it started.
Part of the journey, yes. You're part of the journey.
And look at us now. I can't even attempt one marathon in my life. I think I should join you on this.
I told you, interestingly, if you've run 5 kilometers, you can run a marathon. So anyone who's ever run 5 kilometers, you can run a marathon. It's a longer distance. It's just that the same mindset that you had in that 5 kilometer, or the same zeal or the same psych that you had for that 5 kilometer, you can channel it towards the 42. It will take longer, it'll be tougher, but you can do it.
Bro, 5 kilometers and 42 kilometers are not the same things.
There's a difference of 37 kilometers in between, but still, it's still possible. It's very possible.
Really? So how did you get into running? How did this start?
So I guess for running, I'd have to say it's definitely from my parents. So my late dad used to be a runner, and my mom as well. She also used to run quite a lot. So they got me into running. When I was small, I viewed running as like a punishment or anything like that. So my dad used to wake me up on Saturday mornings, and we'd go run. I'd guess maybe at this point, maybe we were running like 7 to 10 kilometers. But at that point, it felt like a marathon. Because I was 10 years old. He'd wake me up on a Saturday. We'd go run. He'd leave me. He'd go run so far and then come back for me again as I'm just struggling. People on the road would just look at me and just like, "Ukjana anateswa," or something. But that's when I started, I guess, getting to run. And every time there'd be a marathon, whatever it was, if it was Standard Chartered Marathon, if it was the First Ladies Marathon that used to be there, whatever marathon was there, he would register me. I would not have a say if I want to take part or anything. I'd find my bib and my t-shirt ready for me to take part in the run and everything. So earlier on, that's how I started it and everything. We'd go as a family. We'd do the run. Me and my mom would go and do the 10K. My dad would run the 42. We'd meet up after and everything. So it's something we do, but we do it. My dad would do it maybe like he'd run every so often in the month, and then towards the marathon, that's when he'd run a bit more. So that was my whole life. So starting from, I guess, when like I was 7 all the way till I finished high school. So after finishing high school, that's when now I wasn't doing it as much with my dad and everything. So I was just doing it by myself and everything. Then COVID hit. Then when COVID hit, that's when I decided taking it more seriously. So COVID hit and I had stayed in the house for 50 days. So I never left the house. If COVID started, I never left the house for 50 days. I would always stay at home. I would, even wearing of masks was just a concept that I'd see on TV. I'd never seen someone wear a mask like physically.
Because you're at home.
Because I was at home. But after 50 days, I was just like, okay, this is not healthy. I need something to do. I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
So the best thing during COVID, I guess, was going for a run. And that's how it started. From then to now, there's quite a big story inside there. There's races that I've done, there's runs that I've done, there's streaks that I've done. Just to mention a few, there's the challenge that we did.
Yeah.
This guy did 10K every day for 30 days.
Yes.
Exactly. So a 10K every day for 30 days. So we did that challenge. Yeah, and that's how just everything started. I started running ultramarathons, ran 80 kilometers, ran 100 kilometers. At some point, I ran every single day for 700 days.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I did a streak that started, I think, start of 20, it was 2021.
Yeah.
Yes, start of 2021. And I ran every single day till like end of 2022, somewhere end of 2022. I think December of 2022 or something.
700 days.
So yeah, I reached 700 days no matter what was happening. If I was sick, I would run. If I was upset, I was happy. If there was everything, I'd still run no matter what time of the day. If I had a plan of anything during the day, I'd have to wake up early. Like I for sure during that challenge for the 700 days, I ran every day. Sorry, I probably ran every single hour of the day. Like if I check back, there's a time I ran at midnight, there's a time I ran at 1 a.m., there's a time I ran at 2 a.m., there's a time I ran at 11 p.m. or something like just to keep the streak going. So yeah, so there's that.
So people have Snapchats and then you have your running streak.
Yeah, I have my running streak that took me 700 days. That was like, I think that was when I really got into running, and that streak was I think anyone who I would talk to at that point, I was probably talking about running or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's when I really, really got into running, and I guess that's where I got the most change in my running.
It's fair to say running was the love of your life at that time.
Yeah, I was doing everything at that time, like in terms of running. If there was a race, I'd register everything.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah, because that means every single day, just how you plan your meals.
Yeah.
Like you plan, okay, I'm gonna eat at this time, I'm gonna eat lunch at this time. Every day for 700 days, I would plan, this is the time I'd run. This is the time I'd run.
On the 701th day.
Yes.
How did you feel? Is it something you planned for to stop the streak going, or what happened on that day?
Interestingly, so what happened is I ran, maybe I would have been running every day till now. So what happened is I ran every day for 700 days. I can't remember, it must be 700 plus. It must be 700 plus. I can't remember the exact number that I reached, I'll have to check. But what happened is, so my dad passed on. So when my dad passed on, I had run the previous day. So when he passed on that day, he passed on in the morning and everything. So later on at night, like at around 10 p.m., I went for a run. Yeah. I went for a run. I think I did like 5 kilometers or something. Yeah. And then that 5 kilometers felt like the hardest 5 kilometers I'd ever done. Yeah. So then at that point, I was like, okay, you know what? I really don't have to push myself this much. Yeah. So I decided, okay, let me then just decide, let me take a break. Yeah. Let me just take a break and get my everything, just sort myself out. Of course, he was quite a big part of my life and everything. Yeah. So that's when I decided, okay, let me just relax for a few days. So I did not regret, I guess I did not regret deciding to take a break, to take a break and everything. But yeah, so that was that. Interestingly, this year I also ran every day till October or something. I probably have run this year. If I check my Strava, I probably ran 200 and something days this year. Yeah. So there's a part of my life that was I needed to do a streak. There's a part of, and I guess for all of us, anything in life we find ourselves, there's a time you need to have that consistency. And for me, those were the periods in my life. There are periods that you have to be consistent, you have to sit on something and everything like that. And that's one of the biggest ways to improve or to grow in something, is always to be consistent. And for me, in my running, that's how I saw it. And that's why I was consistent for those days. And when I say like I'm running every single day, there are some of those days I'm running twice. So there are days like I'd run in the morning and I still run in the evening. Yeah. But that still just counts as one day. Just for context, the average human runs 0 marathons in a year. 1 is an achievement. 2 is impressive. I'll be running 26.
You're going to do something incredible, but in the past also, I've seen you do some also crazy things that I don't think I can do myself. You've run ultramarathons. Yes. And these were 80 kilometers and 100 kilometers. 100
kilometers and a few other also in there. Yeah. So I have run, now I think when people ask me, that's when I have to sit down and really think of, okay, when did I do this or when did I do this?
Yeah.
I have run, I think 2 or 3 50Ks. I have run a 60K. I have run an 80K,
Yeah.
and I have run 100 kilometers.
Have you done 200 Ks?
Not yet, but but don't worry, I'm still turning 26.
How did you run 100 kilometers, man?
So what I did, what is it called? I took a 10K loop.
Yeah.
Just ran it 10 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
just like that?
Yeah. So okay, I was conflicted between choosing because I could either decide to run from Nairobi to Naivasha. Nairobi to Naivasha is around 88 kilometers. When I get to Naivasha, I just do an extra 12
yeah.
and then get to 100, or do a 10K loop.
10 times.
So why I wanted to do the 10K loop is because I hosted people and wanted people to join me.
Yeah.
So if I run all the way from here to Nairobi to Naivasha, it's quite hard for people to join me.
Yeah.
But if I get a 10K loop, someone can come in, join me for one 10K, rest, and then join me for another 10K at some point if they're willing. So yeah, so I ran 100K. But what was interesting is what's called how I started my ultramarathon journey, I guess.
Yeah.
So when I started running it was 2020. So that year, 2020, my first year of running, that's the first year that I also did my first ever ultramarathon.
In your first year?
My first year of running, of constantly running.
Yeah.
So when we did that challenge and everything, towards the end of the year, I was in Strathmore University. So at Strathmore University, there was a guy called Eliud Chemwano, and he was running 100K to raise funds for a scholarship. And I heard about that and I was just like, my mind blew. That's the first time I ever heard about someone running such distances. And I was like, I have to come. So they said, if people want to join and everything, come and everything. So I said, yeah, I'm going to come. At that time, my longest distance ever was 26 kilometers. I'd never run anything more than 26 kilometers. And that day I ran 26 kilometers, I was so tired. So I went, me and my friend, he said we had said we're going to run 50K. And we're just going to call it a day. Yeah. So we started, and towards the end of the day, I ran 87 kilometers. Yeah. So I finished at 87 kilometers. He did 100. I did 87, but by the time I did 87, let me tell you, my body was shutting down. I had not trained for anything like that. If you can imagine, the most you run is 26, and the next run you're doing is 87.
Crazy. So
I had not trained for that. I had not trained for marathon. I had not trained for an ultra marathon. I had done nothing of the sort. So my body did not know how to behave.
Yeah.
I was just suffering through the whole process. And at 87, my body couldn't take it anymore. I could not eat. So really? I could not eat. So my only way of like replenishing my body was through drinks and stuff. So I could not. I remember I got home and I got home and that day I probably drank a full thermos of tea or something. Yeah. But because I just couldn't eat anything at that point. Even when I was sleeping in the bed, I still felt like I was moving. It felt so hard. It felt so tough. But with that feeling, I told myself, one day I am coming back to run 100 kilometers. Yeah. I told myself 87 is too close to 100 to not finish. I just need 13 kilometers. I've run 13 kilometers so many times. Yeah. I just need 13 kilometers to finish. Yeah. And that's why I came back 2 years ago in 2023, and that's when I ran my official 100 kilometers. So I ran 100 kilometers in 12 hours. 12 hours. Yeah, so I ran 100
Still in the same place?
No, what's called, where I did 87? Yeah. No, so the 87 was the bypasses. So if you run around all the bypasses in Nairobi, you'll get 100 kilometers. Yeah. But that day, because I wanted people to join me and everything, I just did it in Karen. I got a 10K loop, invited people, and yeah, it was a great day. We had almost around 150 people who joined in. Yeah. We started at 1 a.m. at night and finished at lunchtime.
Officially 100 kilometers.
Officially 100 kilometers.
Did you eat that day?
No, that day I felt much better. Of course, I had trained for it. Yeah. It was quite easier for me on that day. So, yeah, I was very happy with that. And yeah, who knows now in the future, I definitely, with how I'm seeing my things and everything, they're definitely gonna be crazier kilometers that I'll run. And yeah, I'll be happy to run them and also run for a cause.
Of course, you've also done a couple of marathons, right?
Yes, I've done a couple of marathons. In between, I've run Standard Chartered 2 times. Yeah. And of course, I guess the ultra marathons because they have a marathon
I think
inside.
you're forgetting one. I was there when you were running the Nairobi City Marathon as well. I ran the 10K on that day.
Nairobi City, which year?
I don't know. I don't remember which year, but we ran on the bypass on the expressway, and we met at Nyayo.
No, I still ran. That one I ran half marathon.
Yeah.
So that's half marathon.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, So the marathons I've done a number of them and everything. Half marathons I can't even count.
Yeah.
I probably must have done like 100 plus for
Yeah.
sure. And that's why I guess after next year I'll have run quite a number of marathons now. Because I'm planning to run 26 of them next year, which should be quite interesting. I guess also one of the goals that I want to do in this marathon space, and this why I'm running also these 26 marathons, apart from running for the cause, is I want to also inspire people to do hard things.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we find ourselves doing as people, as humans, is we always go for the easier way. The easier way always seems like the best thing to do at times.
Guilty as judged.
And I want to show people like we sometimes need to actively choose to do hard things.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do hard things just because that's the only way.
Yeah.
You can choose to do hard things, and at the end of those hard things, there's a reward.
Yeah.
There's always something. If it's growth, it's something. You always get better by doing hard things, and I want to motivate people to do hard things instead of just going for the easier thing. There's always that discomfort that you'll get when you're doing a hard thing, but at the end, you're gonna thank yourself. You'll thank yourself for choosing to do a hard thing. So that's one of the things I want to do. And over the past 2 years, Interestingly, I have not, since I finished my 100K, I have not run a marathon.
Yeah.
So my goal this year was to run a sub-3 marathon in Cape Town.
Yeah.
So I had trained, and I think I was there. I think I was there to run a sub-3 marathon. Now, to put it in perspective, sub-3 marathon is a very fast time.
Yeah.
It's a super fast time. I know for the elites, they run 2:15 and under 2:05.
Yeah.
That's quite fast. But for a recreational runner to run sub-3, it's
crazy,
very fast.
bro.
Because if you convert that, that's running 42 kilometers at a pace of 4:15
Yeah,
or
which is-
4:12.
Yeah.
So I had trained, I had done all of that. So, and I was planning to run that in October, but unfortunately the race got cancelled because of the weather.
Yeah.
But I'll go back. So I'll go back in 2027. I'll go back and run it again. And I guess also one of the things I want to do with this 26 marathons is really get used to running marathons. You see, like, you can run a 10K.
Yeah.
If someone tells you to run a 10K right now, will you run a 10K? Can you run
I will.
You can run a 10K,
Yes,
exactly.
I can.
But if someone tells you to run a marathon, you'll think about it. Even if you decide, you'll think about it. You'll have a lot more time to think about it than when you're thinking about the 10K.
Yeah.
So what I want to do in my mind is I want to really downplay the marathon.
Yeah.
Like if you run 26 marathons in 1 year, you will have lost respect for the marathon.
Yeah.
You'll just think of it as something else, as something. The marathon deserves respect and everything, but I think for my body, I need to really condition it to not really be scared of the marathon, and that's why I also want to do this. So hopefully, if I do that and everything goes well, injury-free and everything, by the end of next year, I'll have built a good engine and a good tank, even just to prep for when I go back for the marathon, the Cape Town Marathon in 2027.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tuzo, you're blessed to be in a land that has produced many great marathoners.
Yeah.
I don't know, where do you get your motivation? Who's your greatest marathoner of all time? Who inspires you in terms when it comes to running, seeing as passionate as you are?
Yeah. Okay. I think there's quite a number, but I think definitely I cannot even start saying any people if I do not mention Eliud Kipchoge. So Eliud has been an inspiration. What Eliud has done in terms of just the running world and even just the world in general is something amazing. He's been able to inspire so many people with all that he's done when he did his sub-2, when he's won all his marathons. So he is definitely an inspiration, and he keeps pushing. Till to date, he's still doing it. He's a very big inspiration for me. So I'd say Eliud Kipchoge.
And just before that, and you guys kind of have a similar story.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that before he actually broke the sub 2 hours, he actually failed at it the first time. Yeah,
he failed at it. I remember he did Monza when he did it on a F1 track.
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed it. He missed it, and when he came back, he obliterated it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite interesting that you can see people see Kipchoge as this guy who has really won everything and everything, but he's also had his fallbacks, and sometimes those fallbacks are what push you even to become greater.
True.
He also used to be a runner on track and everything.
Yeah.
And then now he moved towards the marathon. The marathon. He has one of the greatest marathon records of all time. He must have won. I don't know. I don't have the facts on top of my head, but he must be the one who has won Berlin the most times.
Yeah, he is.
And he has to be exactly Berlin. He has to be the one who has won, I think, London also.
Yeah.
I suspect he has the record for he's won London, I think, quite a number of times also. He has the record for the most the most person to win the most majors.
Yeah.
And he also has the record of if you average all the 7 majors, because he's run all the marathon majors, if you average his marathon majors, he's leading in terms of the times, which is he's just a great figure and a great inspiration for myself. Secondly, in terms of runners, I'd say Faith Kipyegon. Faith Kipyegon is
another goat.
Is one of what she keeps doing on the track. I think Faith Kipyegon is one of our greatest ever athletes. She's really good. She's she's undoubtedly. I'm trying to think of a 1500 meter final that a Faith Kipyegon has lost.
I'll tell you one. None.
Exactly. Faith Kipyegon, anytime she has laced up to run a 1500 meter final, she must have won it.
Yeah.
She must have won it. What is it called? As you can see now, the ladies, I guess, in the running scene are quite good. This year, World Championships, we won from 800 meter all the way to the marathon. 800 meter, 1500 meter, 3000 steeplechase, 5000, 10,000 meters, and we also won the marathon for the ladies. So Faith Kipyegon, Beatrice Chebet, those are people who really I see and just look up to, and I'm just like, wow, they're really doing amazing. But even just more than that, even just more than from the running and everything, I have to say I look up to my parents. My mom, what she's been able to do for me, and even just being able to support me with all these crazy ideas. I think each and every day that I tell her about crazy ideas, I think at this point, even I think when I told her about the 26 marathons, she was not as shocked. I think she was just like, okay.
Just another day in Tuzo's life.
So I think, at this point, she's just been used to me and everything. So she's been a really great support and everything. She has gotten into running. These days, I think recently she just woke up and walked for 50 kilometers. She she'd wake up on random days and just run 30 kilometers and stuff. She's really doing quite well. I'm very proud of her, and she's doing amazing. My dad also was a very big impact in my life in terms of running. All those days that we'd wake up in the morning, and go and run. At that time, it felt like I was struggling. It was punishment or something like that. But now when I look back, I savor those moments. I savor those times that we'd go and run together, which was quite nice.
Just as we are about to wrap this up,
yes,
I feel like everything you've done has set you up nicely for these 26 marathons.
I hope
in
so.
26 because you've done a couple of marathons, tons of half marathons, 10Ks uncountable, 5Ks, you can't even mention them. Then you've done the ultra marathons, 80Ks, the 100Ks.
Yes.
How confident are you feeling in your preparations just to this goal of 2026?
Yes, I guess I'm happy to try and see what I can be able to achieve. I am confident with it, that I'll be able to achieve it, but also a side of me is being cautious with it because there's a lot of structuring that needs to happen in between it. But as I always say, there's nothing fun in doing something that you know you can achieve. Yeah. So that's why I want to attempt it. If I knew I could do the 26 marathons, then why do it? So yeah, I guess I am confident, but I'm also a bit cautious because I want to structure it well and everything. I also want to hopefully go through the year injury free.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the phase that I am in currently. In terms of my training and my structuring so much right now, is I am just going easy and easy. So most of what I'm doing right now, I am doing a bit of strength training and everything just to build my legs, build my muscles and everything.
Yeah.
People who don't know that running, interestingly, is a single leg sport.
Single leg sport?
It's a single leg sport. So anytime you're running, you're only running with one leg. The other one is up.
Oh, yeah.
So you need a lot of strength on both of your legs to be able to carry you as you're running. So for myself, that's what I'm doing currently, doing a bit of strength training, doing still a bit of mileage and everything, but I'm not so focused in terms of mileage. I'll build that during next year as the runs start and everything. So I'm not really so much focused into that. I guess my main things right now would be working on nutrition, working on strength training, and then the run will follow after. But I'm still running.
I guess all of that is also very, very important.
Yes.
The nutrition, all the training.
The training,
I guess the
training.
most important one has to be the mentality, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Without the mentality, there's nothing you can do. Like, even if I structure my nutrition, structure my strength training, and I am there on one of the days that I need to run a marathon, I am in bed. It is 4 a.m. It is raining. It is raining cats and dogs outside. That's the mentalness, the mental strength that I need at that point to tell myself, yes, it is raining. I am tired. I just ran the marathon 2 weeks ago, but we're running another one today.
Yeah.
We're running another one today. So that's the plan. That's the plan. I'll try and keep them as interesting as possible. I'll try to keep the marathons as interesting as possible. I am running my first one is on 1st of January. My second one is on 3rd of January. So that's a break of one day, and then do the other one. I'll do them as interesting as possible. I'll get a 5K. Do it eight times.
Yeah.
One of those marathons, I'll run them on the treadmill. I'm going to do a treadmill
Marathon.
I'm going to do a treadmill marathon. So I'll just keep them as interesting as possible.
Yeah.
But yes, I definitely need to build the mental strength to be able to push forward through that. But yeah, so working on that and everything. But yeah, I think it should be interesting, and hopefully next year, a time like this, we'll sit down and say, oh, maybe we have only one left now.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. But I guess you don't have any time pressures or anything when it comes to your 26 marathons, right?
No, I don't think I have any time pressures or anything. Mostly we'll just be getting them done.
Okay.
But it'll be mostly how I wake up feeling. If I wake up feeling, okay, today I want to push a bit the pace, then I'll push it. If I feel like, today I want to slow it down, take it easy, I'll take it easy. I don't have a time pressure for now. So mostly next year is just building that base, building the foundation, and just getting that endurance.
Cool.
I'll still be doing a bit of speed work and everything, but that's not my major thing for next year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now the last thing remaining, I'm just interested to know how your training goes down.
Okay, so currently, right now as I'm saying, my training isn't so structured in that sense. Currently, I'm not even running so much as I was running when I was training for the marathon.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm averaging maybe like 50 Ks a week or something, which this week I'll probably do like 70, 80, something like that. But I'm not so structured on the running. In terms of the running, it will build over time. I'll start building over time. What I just need to focus on is strength training and nutrition. And just also plan out my recovery and see how I can recover better, and one of the things I need to do next year is recover much fast. I need to recover very fast.
Yeah.
So once I finish my marathon, I need to be able to recover and be ready for my next marathon in 14 days.
Sure.
So I need to work on those things. I need to make sure my body recovers much better, doing a lot of physio, doing a lot of cold exposure therapy, doing a lot of sauna, red light therapy, all that just to get my body back in shape before I do the next one. So that's what I'm doing currently. Previously, yes, I would like when I was training for this marathon that got cancelled, I would average around 100+ Ks a week and everything. So that was 100+ Ks, doing a lot of long runs, speed workouts, doing cross training. So I was also doing a lot of swimming. But yeah, so that's how my schedule is looking around right now. But it'll keep on changing. It'll keep on changing. Once the marathon starts, my schedule will still change a bit more. Yeah.
Cool. Word of advice to just anyone who's trying to keep healthy, struggling with running, just as a relief?
Yeah, I'd say keep at it. It doesn't, I guess, happen in a day or something like that. As I said, I started running with my dad quite early on. I started taking running more seriously, I guess, in 2019. So that's been 6 years. So it takes time. It takes time. So whatever you're at, whatever you're doing, just keep on doing it. Be consistent with it. You don't have to do the marathon. You don't have to do the marathon to think that you've run. A simple 5K counts, still does count. So you don't have to think, oh, okay, I'm not running because I'm not running a marathon, or I'm not running 26 marathons, or I'm not running this and this distance, or at this and this pace. Whatever you're doing is still counting as running, and that's what I'd say to them. And just be consistent. And once you're consistent, you just start seeing the fruits.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been one Tuzo Jonathan Munene, the man who's trying 26 marathons as he turned 26 years old in 2026, an average of 1 marathon in every 2 weeks. For these and many more Game Changer episodes, please subscribe to our Sport Pesa YouTube channel, and remember to like as well. Tuzo Jonathan, you are our game changer, and we wish you all the best. Can't wait at the end, December 31st, 2026, to come here and say you did it.
Finished.
All the best, bro.
Thank you, man. Asante.
Cheers.